Hey guys, it's CJ with Goodspeed Entertainment. Today we're coming to you from Lafayette, Louisiana. We're at Bork's. Did I say that right?
Bork's Specialty Meats.
Bork's Specialty Meats. I have had the pleasure of trying some of the cracklings already, and they're very good. Very, very good. Y'all need to come down and see. They're over here on Johnson Street in Lafayette. Also on Sundays, they have a great lunch special. Barbecue. They have rice dressing, potato salad, pork and beans, sausage, a piece of homemade garlic bread, which I'm coming all the way from Baton Rouge. I might have to come check this out tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry already. I'm not supposed to eat none of that, but hey, you know.
I might be checking it out next Sunday after the Conflict and Acadiana show.
Ah, well, that's on a Saturday.
I know, but I will be at the Comic Con on the Sunday.
That is true.
So
That is
in this
true.
area, so that could be my lunch.
I forgot about the Comic Con. That's another thing. We're going to be at Comic Con.
Yep.
You know the times?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's before
But
the
we'll
show.
be there.
Yeah, I'll. What I'll do is I'll post it. If not on this video, I'll post it on something for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna 225 are gonna have a table there,
Yep.
so
I'll be
whenever
there in the morning.
Same. So whenever the Comic Con opens, we'll be there.
Yep, we'll definitely be there. But the reason why I wanted to do this today was we have a pretty stacked card, Alexis.
We do. He didn't introduce me, by the way. Can I just
Oh,
say that?
yeah, I'm
hey,
sorry.
I'm Alexis Windsor.
This is this is Alexis Windsor with Windsor's Court. This is actually the first time we've been on camera together.
I know. Maybe that's why you forgot to say
I know.
my
I'm so
name.
used to being by myself or with somebody else. I guess I don't know. But Alexa is knocking it out the park, guys. She has taken so much over on Goodspeed Entertainment and helped me out tremendously, and
Thank you.
I definitely appreciate it. Make sure you tune into her show. You're going to see more stuff from her eventually. She might not know that yet, but I have a lot of stuff in plans for her. She just hadn't figured it out
The
yet.
first time I've been hearing this, so yeah, news to me and news to everybody else.
That's how we do it here. We just break it live. We
That's
break
fine.
it live.
You get my like true reaction then of
Yep.
like part shock, part like oh.
What have I gotten into?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure when I called her that night and said, hey, look, you want to come join Goodspeed Entertainment, she didn't think she was getting into all of this.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun, and we do have a stacked card. I mean, we have
certainly do.
We have I mean, just right off the bat, you have Corey Constantine trying to get his title back from Purple Haze.
Yep.
You have Tyson versus Gill.
Yep.
I've never seen Tyson myself. I have
Same.
seen Gill.
Yeah. No. Same.
Vordell versus King Rob Love. I've seen both of those guys.
I've not seen King Rob Love.
You have not seen King.
No.
Oh, okay. He's
And I've heard a lot of good things.
he's special. He's a special guy.
Yeah.
He's dangerous. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
he's kind of full of himself, of course. I mean,
Okay.
King.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, where you're from, though,
I
King
know.
is like normal.
I was
huh?
actually going to say,
mean,
well, actually, I quite like
Yeah,
that.
so-
I feel that he could be a future guest on Windsor's Court. I think he would fit in quite well.
hey, he might would do that. We'll have to reach out.
He could have a crown. I have a crown. I
Oh,
could wear
good
my
Lord.
crown. Could be a
I
whole
don't know.
thing.
I don't think you'll like his kingship, though. I
Okay.
just have a feeling he's a little different than
Okay.
maybe what you're used to.
Okay.
And then we have the three-way, the dream team basically exploding. You have Mustang Mike, you have Wild Thing, and Rocket
Yep.
going at it. Chase Matthews, leader of the Hay Nation, versus the Mexican Giant,
Yep.
which that should be good. They have never faced each other that I know of. And Giant's making his return back to 225 from a pretty long absence. I haven't seen
Yep.
him around in a while.
Yep.
And then, of course, you have Rhett the Threat, the SEC champion, is issuing a open challenge, and that can always be interesting. Of course.
I mean, who knows who's gonna take him up on that?
exactly.
Could be anyone.
It could be. I mean, it might be the security guy. Who knows? That would be interesting.
Could be me.
Oh,
Could be you.
Wow.
Who
No,
knows?
no,
Not you.
no,
Could
not
be me, though.
Not me. Way too old for that ring. But this is what I'm gonna do, Alexis. I've never been able to really do this before because I've never had anybody to do it with. But I'd like to go through these matches
Yep.
and just what you know about the guys, what you
Yep.
think about them. I'll have, of course, something to say because I'm never without words. I think
know.
we figured that out
Yeah.
already. I don't know when to shut up half the time. But what we'll do is let's start off with.
This could be a long show.
Oh, it could be. It could be. Good God. Let's start off with Tyson and Gill. Since we don't know a lot about
Okay.
Tyson,
Yep.
I will say this though. That's a big man.
Yeah. Tyson is? Well, Gill, I mean...
Gill's big
Gill
too.
is as well.
Yes, but Tyson is, he looks mean. Well, Gill looks mean, but...
That's what
I don't know. Maybe it's because we see Gill all the time.
Possibly.
And that might be why I'm thinking Tyson looks maybe a little bit meaner.
Yeah.
So
but having seen like Gill in the ring, he's very aggressive.
Oh yeah, Gill's the real
style.
deal. He's the longest reigning 225 champion ever for a reason.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, he dominated for sure.
Oh God, yes. So what would you say with Tyson and Gill? For Gill to pull this out against Tyson, who's a big guy, he's definitely looks like he's strong. What do you think Gill has to do?
I mean, there's something that I think we need to consider, which is who Gill has got in his corner.
Oh, the con man.
Which is Big Ram.
Yeah, the con man, Big Ram.
You know, again, I don't know a lot about Tyson, but from looking at it on paper, they would maybe seem quite like evenly matched, I suppose. You know, in terms of their stature, their size, that kind of thing. So I think Gill has got to bring something else, and I don't know. I just think Big Ram's a huge factor in that.
Anytime the big con man Ram is out there by ringside, it's a factor.
Yeah.
Either it's his mouth, either it's his
just
actually
the
physically getting involved.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not above anything. He's not.
I think for me, it's the distractions. It's the maybe getting in. In Tyson's head, doing something to kind of distract him or take his focus away that will give Gill the upper hand.
And also he distracts the ref. I mean, we've
that.
seen that.
Yeah.
So, and I usually don't like to do this, but we're going to do this now. We're just going to do this. If you had to pick somebody, let's say you go into Vegas, you have to lay down some money.
Oh, you think I'm a betting woman?
Who would you go to the bank with that's going to win this one?
Gill.
Gill?
Yeah.
And why?
Big Ram.
Big Ram.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I
interviewed Big Ram. And
yeah,
I mean,
I saw that.
he obviously, denies his interference and things like that. It's, it's a lot about perspective, I think, from his point of view.
It is.
But I think he's the factor that's going to sway that, and he is also very confident in his client's ability to win that match. That's 100% comes across.
And he doesn't have, and his clients are good. I mean, they all have been champions.
Yeah.
I normally I would go with Gill. I definitely would. A lot of times I pick Gill no matter what match he's in. However, with this Tyson guy being so unknown, I just think that might be the X factor on here.
Okay.
I just think Tyson being unknown with Gill, I don't think they've ever faced each other. I really think Tyson can bring something, and I mean, Ramps don't know what to expect from him. So many things is moving in my mind that Tyson has in his favor, and that is mostly the unknown. So I'm going to have to go with Tyson on this one.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from with that, because how confident or how overconfident is Gill? Because if he is, and he's, you say that Tyson is new, does he consider him a threat? Has he, looked into this guy and his style and his matches? Is Tyson going to bring something that's going to surprise him?
Yes, definitely. It's that's really one you could throw up in the air.
It is.
I hate to say.
It is, and I just had to, tossing a coin, heads or tails. I had to just pick Gill. Not because of Tyson's ability, but because I know what could happen that could sway the match outside of what's necessarily going on between the two wrestlers in the ring.
Oh, definitely. Well, let's go with the next match we'll go with, and I have no clue how in order this is going to go. What about Thad versus Cody Hawkins?
Yeah, again, they're two. When I say unknowns, Cody I've seen wrestle, but not recently, so I don't know, in terms of when he's
good.
He's coming back.
Cody's dangerous.
How he's going to look in the ring against Thaddeus. Thaddeus, I've seen, he's again quite a force. I've seen him, his interference in some of the matches, recently with It was with Rhett, wasn't it?
Anytime Michael White's in a
Yeah,
match, he
Michael
interferes.
White, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter who he's against. He could be against a potato sack. Here comes freaking Thaddeus out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I want to address, and I've said this before too. Thaddeus a lot of times is referred to as a flacky, I think, or a lackey or something.
Lackey. Okay. Sidekick.
Yeah, I'll say this. Even if he is, okay, don't let that confuse anybody out there that this man is not dangerous.
Yeah.
Thaddeus is very dangerous. And then when you team him up with a devious mind like Mike White, I mean, it's
Yeah.
the sky's the limit on what he can do.
I just think he's quite unpredictable. That's sort of how I would.
Oh, yes.
How I would see him. But the interview that we did with Cody, he's certainly bringing a lot to the table and has a lot to prove. So that could also make him quite dangerous and unpredictable.
He has more experience than that too, and you can never take away the experience. And I've actually seen Cody wrestle. He's great at what he does. He can adapt to what his opponent's doing to him.
Yeah.
I've seen him if he needs to get kind of rough and dirty. I've seen him do that.
Yeah.
I've seen him do stuff off the ropes, off the top. Cody is. I guess I could say he reminds me a lot of Rhett in a way. He's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Rhett's definitely a master in the ring, and Cody, if he's not close, he's not far. I mean, he's not far behind him on that.
And two local guys as well. They're both from around
That's
this
true.
area.
They're both
as well.
from Lafayette. I forgot about that.
That's a factor for them both. A hometown crowd.
Right. I think that the crowd will be behind Cody though.
I do as well.
Just
I
because
really do.
Thad and his little underhandedness that he does, and all
that
like
could
that.
really be the factor in terms of who wins this. There's nothing like having that crowd behind you and supporting you and really I guess pushing you over that finish line almost in a way.
Mike White could be in Thaddeus' corner, and I haven't heard from him. I don't know if he's there, if he's going to be there. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's licking his wounds from the beating Rhett gave him.
The SEC championship loss,
Oh yeah, because he was squealing. He was squealing like a little
pig.
Can't say that on the. Oh yeah, we can say pig.
I didn't know what you were going to say.
It's God only knows what I'm going to say.
Okay, well we would say pig, but I think that's because we're more polite in England. So
most likely, you're a whole lot politer than I am, and more proper for sure.
Yes.
Because that don't go with me. I'm going to pick this one first. Because,
okay. Then I will tell you who I would pick and why.
Definitely.
So go ahead.
I think it's going to be Cody. Cody has the experience. Cody has the hometown.
Yep.
I will say, if Mike White shows up, it might sway my choice whenever that happens. But you never know. And I've seen Cody in some battles, and he doesn't give up, man.
Yep.
He does not give up. He is a tough cookie.
I'm in complete agreement with you. Like what you've just said was what I was going to say, basically. Is that the first time we've agreed? I don't
think
know.
So. I don't know.
Really?
Well, we haven't done a whole lot together, so we haven't.
No, we debate off camera, though.
Yeah, we debate off camera. That is true. That is true.
But I agree. I think the crowd getting behind Cody and what Cody has to prove is going to be the factor. I think. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't know. More is on the line for him.
For Cody?
For Cody, he's just got more to prove. I think.
Well, I think anytime you wrestle somebody, you fight or wrestle somebody that is as new as Thaddeus, and Cody's got like over 10 years in the business.
I know. It's
so
from what I picked up from the interview with him, he was very determined, very, this is mine. I'm going to do this kind of thing.
And you never want to lose to a new guy.
Yeah.
Of all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it happens. And just like we mentioned earlier about Giant being gone from 225 for a while, so is Cody. This is kind of Cody's homecoming to 225 again.
Exactly.
So I just think Cody has everything going for him. I think he has the experience.
Yep.
The only thing I can see that can disrupt Cody winning is if Mike White shows up.
Agreed. Yeah. And that's again why I picked in the previous match, why I went for Gil. I think that's a definite. The ramp is going to be there. We don't know if Mike White's going to be there, so that's kind of in the balance, really.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Vordell and King Rob Love.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever seen Vordell wrestle?
No, I've not seen
Okay.
Vordell wrestle, and I've not seen
King Love.
King Love.
The Burger King, they call him. I didn't say it.
Burger
I'm just
King?
saying what I hear. Just saying what I
Okay.
hear, Rob.
Okay.
Sorry. I will say this.
So I wouldn't know who to pick on this because a bit unknown for me.
Yeah, I'll say this. Vordell is a beast.
Yeah.
He, the match I saw with him and Gill in the cage proved a lot to me of what Vordell is, and that's when
Okay.
Vordell won the 225 championship.
Uh-huh.
I've seen King Rob Love. The thing with Rob Love is he likes to kind of get in there and run away and stuff like that.
Okay.
If he can do that with
few
Vordell,
tactics and schemes.
yeah, but it's how can I say this? It's more or less cowardly. That's what he
Okay.
does.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the bottom line. It's
I mean,
cowardly.
that's not very regal, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. That's what I was saying. I didn't know. I didn't think he would fit in your king.
Yeah.
The way you go with that.
Depends on the type of king.
Yeah. He's not King Arthur. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But you know that works for him too.
Yeah.
He does do that, and he gains advantage when he does that. However, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with Vordell. Vordell's smart. He's a veteran. He's quick.
Okay, so you don't think he's going to be able to, I guess, outmaneuver him or outthink him in the ring?
I don't think so. And that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go with Vordell on this one.
Okay.
Kind of, I guess, the same way I've seen a lot of Vordell. I have seen both of these guys.
Yeah.
And when Vordell turns it on, when he decides he's going to go in there and win and do something, my God, I don't think anybody could stop him.
Yeah.
You know, and that's that. I'm gonna go with Vordell on that one. Since you don't know either one of them, I guess you kind of.
I guess I'll go with you.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
I'll follow
okay.
you, unless we want to just like take a bet and then like see who wins at the end.
That's up to you on that one. That's up to you.
Okay. Well, you're going with Vordell.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with King.
For the British.
The King.
The
yeah.
British. Yeah.
I'm going to go with the King. Because it then disagrees with you, and we can just see who wins at the end. Because isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And also because it's a bit regal. So King Rob Love is going to be my
Okay.
pick, and we'll see.
Okay.
Let's
okay.
get together after this and like see who won.
All right. Next, let's go with. I mean, we talked about him just a minute ago. Let's go with Chase versus Mexican Giant.
Okay.
Now, I've seen both of these guys wrestle. I
Same.
believe. Yeah.
Same. Yep.
Giant. I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, but I think I'll drop the interview first because, of course, we're filming this at the same place.
Yep.
I don't know how to take Giant right now. It's like three
Yeah.
or four different people in one body.
Yeah, I don't know how these are going to air, but if you haven't checked out the my Windsor's Court interview with Mexican Giant, then please do, because I think that it'll be a great watch, and it'll give you a lot of like information, I think, in terms of what to expect possibly at the upcoming show.
I don't think
Conflict in
anybody knows what
Acadiana.
to expect.
I don't know.
He's. Whew.
I've
I'm glad I wasn't
interviewed-
interviewing him.
I mean, I've interviewed both these guys now. So
Yes. Oh, that's right. You had
exactly.
Chase,
Just
yes.
interviewed Giant, and then the other week I interviewed Chase Matthews. So that video is available now. Go check out the Goodspeed Entertainment YouTube channel. That's where it is. They both brought like characters, I guess, kind of that I wasn't expecting to both those interviews.
Yeah, they had like a little.
So Chase
Troll or
Matthews
something that Chase
brought like
brought?
a little miniature like giant
I don't know what
doll.
that was.
It was actually Oogie Boogie.
Who?
Oogie Boogie.
What is Oogie
Nightmare.
Oogie
Oogie
Boogie?
Boogie.
Now
Nightmare-
we're getting in like good
Night-
technical terms.
Nightmare Before Christmas. You never seen Nightmare
No,
Before Christmas?
not that I know
Oh my
of.
goodness.
Not
Well,
that I know
please
of.
watch
I have a
that.
real good friend of mine that loves it. He actually has a tattoo of the skinny dude. Whoever that is. What's that? Who's the skinny guy?
Skeleton King.
Skeleton King? He don't have a name? That's his name? I thought he had a name.
He does, but it's
With the
escaping
big
me
white
now.
head and the
Yeah.
little black skinny body?
Yeah, it's escaping me now because I'm on camera and I feel under pressure.
That's what we all about.
Jack Skellington.
Jack Skellington, that's right,
Yeah.
Jack. So, yeah,
Can
shout
edit
out
out
to...
the bit where I had like a 5-second
No, never.
Alzheimer's moment.
We're gonna shout out to Marshall Pounds, real good friend of mine, and his family. No, they love
Anyway,
that.
it's a great movie and it's iconic and you should watch it.
I'll
It's a
put it on my
Halloween
list.
movie, not a Christmas movie.
See, I was born right before Halloween, so Halloween and me don't get along.
Oh, really? It's my favorite holiday.
I would have never guessed that.
Don't know what you're trying to say.
All
Anyway,
right, we're
I don't
bouncing
know,
around.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Chase and Giant.
Oh, we were talking about yes. So he brought out, the doll that was Oogie Boogie, that was representing Giant. Got really animated, very sort of aggressive in a way towards Giant, and then check out the interview with Giant. He again brought a couple of different characters to my interview. I don't know who's going to show up on either end for both of them.
I don't know. At one point,
I don't know.
At one point, Giant comes in. He has a shirt on that says "Hey." Well, that's Chase's shirt.
It is, yeah. He's all super nice about Chase. Big supporter of him in the Hey Nation. And then
you asked him something, and the glasses came off, the mask came on, and
yeah.
I don't know. I think I might have tinkled a little bit.
Did you? Yeah,
I think he scared the pee-pee out of me a little bit.
Scared wee. Okay.
Yeah. Just a wee little bit. That was intense.
It was very intense.
I hate to say this. I'm glad I was not sitting right there.
Yeah, I mean, I had nowhere to go.
No,
I really didn't. I could have maybe gone under the table. That was my only escape option, really. But I wanted to keep it professional and bring you the interview and keep it rolling.
I'd have ran.
You'd have ran.
I've been gone.
Yeah, that's
I've been
British grit
you'd
right
seem
there.
like a little trail.
Pee trail.
Wee.
We cleaned it up, health and safety,
Yes,
just
thank
so you know.
God. No,
Yeah.
did not do anything
Forks,
in my
boudin,
pants.
it's all good.
Did not wee. However,
I think. Go on. Sorry.
it was intimidating.
Yeah.
Very intimidating of what he's out the
Yeah.
box. He's out the box. I've never seen Giant like that.
Me neither. I mean, he's always,
He's always been, what you say, aggressive, maybe?
Yeah, assertive, aggressive.
Nuts?
Yeah.
But not this nuts.
Yeah, kind of like off the wall.
This is like
crazy.
he needs to be checked in somewhere.
But this is like psychotic in a way.
And
for sure. If he brings that, my money's on Giant.
But I'll tell you this, Chase, the whole time I've seen Chase, he's done great. He, unfortunately, like you mentioned in the interview, he has not won a match in 225.
Yeah.
So he got mad and walked off. I've never seen Chase have those reactions. Usually he's fun-loving, he's a great guy. The kids love him, he loves the kids, he does all this stuff for the fans. But that was a side of Chase I haven't seen. I've never seen him get upset like that.
We've seen almost like two different sides to both wrestlers, and I really think that who wins depends on which one they bring to the match.
Chase, if he comes out, I'm curious of how he's going to come out to the ring. Is he coming out to, hey, and loving everybody and everything? Or is he going to come out and be super serious, be the Chase that we saw at the end of your interview?
Yeah.
I can tell you now, the Giant that's going to come out is going to be Psycho Giant.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious of who you're going to pick on this one.
You see, this is a difficult one for me because I think if we see Psychotic Giant and Chase, I think Giant. But, and this is a big but, I think if Chase can bring that aggression, this is a guy who has a lot to prove.
He does.
He's not, we talked about this a lot in the interview, this is what flipped the switch for him.
Right, yeah.
He's not won a match in 225 since back in January.
Since he won the Battle Royal.
Since the Battle Royal,
yep.
So singles match, he's not won one-on-one.
He's really not even won the tag match. The tag match he had at Super Gold didn't work out for him.
So I think that if he brings that guy, my money's on Chase.
Interesting, but you have to pick one.
Okay, I guess I kind of did pick both based on a different scenario. Okay, I'm gonna just put my money down, and I'm gonna go with Chase.
Chase, okay.
I'm gonna go with Chase.
I don't think that's a bad pick.
I think he's the underdog in this, and I don't know. I sometimes
I think Chase
sometimes
right
go
now
with the underdog.
Yeah, I think Chase right now is kind of underdog anyway because of his record.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, he's dangerous. I mean, he's in that ring for a reason.
I just think
all these
nothing
guys
to
can
lose,
win.
he could do it.
Yeah, it's almost like football. Any given Sunday.
Yeah.
Anytime these guys get in the ring, either one can
Yeah.
win. However, I don't think there's gonna be a winner on this one. I think it's gonna end up in like a double DQ.
Okay.
I think it's gonna, because I believe Giant's coming in psycho. I believe Chase is gonna be crazy also, or upset or mad, or however whatever Chase that was that we saw at the end of your interview, that's the Chase I think that's going to be there.
Yeah.
And I think the ref's not going to be able to control it.
Okay.
I really think it's just going to blow up. It's going to just be out of the ring, in the ring. It might be double count out. I have no clue. All I know is I don't think we're going to get I don't think we're going to get a true winner in this.
Yeah.
And that's really the only match I feel that way about, and it's because of the way both these guys have been this last couple times.
Yeah.
Let's go with let's go to Rhett's Open Challenge. This is kind of a.
I mean, who's gonna turn up? We said that, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who's gonna show up to, in terms of wrestlers, who's gonna maybe have seen. Because we talked about this on Tough Talk. Again, I've just had a brief interview with Rhett.
Cajun Nerd Media.
Yeah,
you get Tough Talk with Ash.
Yep, and then just a brief interview as part of Windsor's Court with Rhett. Talked about the Open Challenge. So who out there is seeing that and thinks, hey, that could be me. I could take a shot at that.
Yeah, it could come from what the people see on video, but I think it's just going to come from whoever's in that
locker room.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can say they're going to come from the locker room, because of course they will. What I'm saying is, I wonder. I'm just wondering if there's already somebody that's maybe issued the challenge.
Maybe.
And we just don't know. Right.
It
and
could
maybe
be.
Rhett don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's going to. I don't know. I really. I could sit here and think of stuff and drive myself crazy, but really, you just don't know who's going to accept that.
And that's
Do you
hard
think
to
Mike
then-
White would accept it?
Maybe.
And try to come back and get the
he,
title back?
I think he, what's the phrase I'm looking for? He didn't leave on good terms after the last match. He got he was shown up, I guess, is what we would say. He got made to look bad.
Well, I think everybody found out who the real leader of the Cajun Outlaws was.
Exactly.
Everybody assumed it was White all these years, but I believe Rhett showed. And I don't think there's necessarily a leader now. I think it's more of a brotherhood than what it was before.
Yeah.
And I reported about a year ago that I saw problems in the Cajun Outlaws.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Man, I just don't know if White is ready. Ready to see White coming if he comes out for the Open Challenge, and I don't see White.
He'll do it more publicly, you think, than like.
Or behind the back.
Okay.
He'll try to sneak him, try to catch him off guard.
Okay.
Just look how he defended the title in the handicap match.
Yeah,
Even though Rhett asked for it.
Yeah.
And
I was just going to say that, Rhett has said a lot about how he, feels he is now the true, SEC champion because of how Mike White, defended the SEC championship over, that very long period of time it was.
Yeah, 500 and some odd days.
Something days.
Yeah, it was a longest ever. I know that.
Yeah.
So, I will say this, though. I think whoever comes out, I can't say that. I'm going to have to retract that. I was going to say, I think Rhett is so hot and so on a roll right now that nobody could take that. But like I just said before, though, anybody can lose.
Yeah.
Anybody can lose, especially if you don't know who your opponent is and you can't train and prepare for them.
Yeah. I will say this, though. I think Rhett has got, a really good chance. Maybe we can say that. I think he's in a strong position.
Yeah, and Rhett's a veteran.
Yeah.
He's. God, I don't know how long Rhett said 12 minimum. No, it's longer than that. I think 20 years.
Yeah, he said, in fact, he just said this to me on the interview. It is 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody can handle an Open Challenge, I would say Rhett can.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that.
Yeah.
Let's go to, this is one that it piques my interest big time because I know all these guys. I know these guys very well. It's very noted that me and Wild Thing work together on stuff.
Yep.
I've worked with Mustang on stuff.
Yep.
I've worked with Rocket on stuff.
Yep.
The Dream Team has been in a disarray since, man, it's had to been a year at least.
Yep.
They are just, it's nuts.
So I know, obviously, all these, from a wrestling perspective, these three wrestlers individually, but not so much about the Dream Team side of things. So I don't know how much that impacts on this match.
The Dream Team was basically Mustang, Wild Thing, Rocket.
Yeah.
Okay, and they feuded when I came into 225. They were feuding with the Cajun Outlaws, and at the time, the Cajun Outlaws were Killer Shane, Rhett the Threat, and Mike White.
Yep.
Wild Thing and Mike White, that goes back till the Stone Ages with them too. It's been documented and all like that. I remember the first match. The first show I went to was a Fright Night. I forget which year it was, but in that was a match it was a handicap match actually, with Mustang and Wild Thing versus the three Cajun Outlaws. I want to say that ended in a DQ maybe, or something happened. I don't remember exactly what happened. Guys, y'all can go back on YouTube, look in the archives at Pro Wrestling 225. I'm not positive what happened, but it wasn't a definitive winner, if I remember, because Jordy came out and he issued for Super Gold that they would have the rematch.
Okay.
Now, at the time, Dream Team had the titles. In the rematch, the Cajun Outlaws beat Dream Team, and that is the notorious night that Mike White beat the fire out of Jordy and drug him around by his neck with a belt. Which that's a totally another dang story in that story. The Dream Team, basically what happened with them is, and it's all Wild Thing's fault. I mean, it is Wild Thing's fault why the Dream Team is not together. He decided when COVID hit and everything that he wanted to try his luck. He couldn't get the title off of White. He had several matches with that. He went with Big Ram.
Yep.
And I believe that just kind of caused, just that happening caused the whole crumble of Dream Team.
Yep.
And it's just nobody trusts each other.
Okay.
Is what it seems to.
Yeah.
He had a match with Mustang. Mustang beat him. But in that match, we saw a little bit of the old Wild Thing. He had a hammer. He was going to hit Mustang in the head, and he had second thoughts and threw it down.
Okay.
He's had a match with Rocket. Mustang and Rocket have not, that I can recall, had anything go on in 225. But I really do think it's mostly just because of what Wild Thing did, and it's been a lot of misunderstanding and in their eyes, backstabbing by him, and they're not accepting that. Hey, I'm back, and I'm sorry about what I did.
So maybe they've got to work it out in the ring.
Maybe so. But the question is, which one of the Dream Team can prevail?
Yeah.
Out of all three of those guys, I mean, you have Mustang Mike, who's a legend.
He's just got so much experience.
But he also has a lot on his mind, too. Gil has been a thorn in his side and is continuing to be a thorn in his side.
Yeah.
And then Rocket, you have Rocket, who, I mean, and this is...
Again, a veteran.
Yeah, this is the crazy part. And Wild Thing's a veteran.
Yeah.
He's not he's just not fresh off the boat,
Yeah.
off the fruit wagon or whatever you want to call it. The fruit boat, whatever it is. This is the kicker. Mustang trained both of these guys.
Okay, that's very interesting.
So it's like
I mean, that
this is like a family feud going on.
It is, but not the game show.
No, not the game show.
I don't know. That's very interesting because you could take that both ways. Mustang knows a lot about these two guys, having trained them. Maybe knows their strengths, their weaknesses, all of that kind of thing. But then the two others have certainly a lot to prove against their trainer. I don't know. Because you're going to ask me, so I'm going to tell you anyway.
Yes.
Who I had to pick, I don't know. I'll probably go with Mustang.
Mustang, okay.
Yeah.
I can't cop out with it's not going to be a finish because there's no rules.
Yeah.
There's no rules.
Yeah.
The question is, I think the biggest thing is how distracted Mustang's going to be because of everything going on with Gil. Which Wild Thing is showing up, Now I'm gonna tell you now, if Wild Thing that's willing to do anything to win shows up, he's got this.
Yeah.
It's in the bag. He's got it.
It was between those two, I must admit, for my
You
pick.
cannot forget Rocket. Rocket's like a 30-something time champion.
I know. No disrespect to Rocket with that. It's just, yeah.
But I think, look, everybody was so glad when Wild Thing said he was sorry. And I think I even posted, said, is this real? Is it fake?
Yeah.
I think he's still a snake in the grass.
Yeah.
I don't think he's...
You don't think he's genuine with that?
I don't think he is. I
Okay.
don't think it is. And he's suckered them into this so he can now... Like his matches he had before, they had rules.
Yes.
Now there's no rules.
Yeah.
So he's got... I wouldn't be surprised if Ramp comes back out with him.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm telling you, I just don't...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Ramp's opinion is that they are very much, for now,
That's Ramp.
finished.
You can't
but
believe
I know.
anything that man says. He's like a walking fibber.
Fibber.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. He gets me so upset the way he does. And I'm telling you, I don't think Wild Thing is back to the old Wild Thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think Ramp would always open his doors to anyone that was
Yes.
willing.
Anybody that's
agreeable to
willing
his
to cheat,
terms.
he'll open his door to.
Yeah.
It's the bottom line.
I'm certainly finding with a lot of these discussions, there's a lot of like ifs, like if this person brings this, or if this person interferes, and that kind of thing.
And that, I mean, that's
just the
why
way
it
it
makes
is.
it so hard to call these things.
So hard, but also so interesting as well, and why, you go in with such anticipation to these matches. There's a great chance that I could be wrong with all of these, just because you don't know what factors are going to play a part.
Definitely. It's crazy. But I'm going to go with Wild Thing because, like I said, I don't think he's on the up and up.
Yep.
I think he's going to have Ramp back, and he's going to do whatever it takes to. I think this was his plan the whole time. Let me ease him in, make him think I'm goody good. And
so there's not going to be like a bromance hug out in the ring
I don't think
at the
so. Oh
end?
no, God no. I think it's going to be like some weapons and.
Yep.
Mustang is going to be left bloody, and so is Rocket, and then
Wild
we're
Thing
going
will
to see the
prevail.
real Wild Thing.
Okay.
Not the real Wild Thing. I don't know which Wild Thing this is, but it's I don't know.
Yeah. The new Wild Thing, maybe. I don't know. However you would term it.
Yeah, it's the snake in the grass. Look, if he's going to get with Ramp, I'm just lost respect. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, next, and usually I would do this one last because it is for the title, but we have a tag team match that...
Well, they're both for the title.
They are both for... You're right. And that's one's for the tag championship, one's for the Pro Wrestling 225 championship.
Yep.
However, the tag championship is local boys.
Correct.
So we're gonna hold off on that one.
Okay.
Out of Corey Constantine and Purple Haze, what do you think on that?
So, I had an interview with Corey Constantine, which again you can check out on the YouTube channel, and this was before we knew that this match was coming up. So we talked a lot about his title reign, and then his loss of the title, which went on for some time with all the interference going on with Lucha Libre, and then with
the title
Purple
kind of was
Haze.
put in.
It was like on hold almost in a way. He was still, he never lost the title, as he would say, but he didn't still have it.
He did lose the title.
Well,
he lost it at Super Gold.
Well, yes, I mean before that.
Oh, before that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you had two refs. One ref called it this way, one ref called it that way. I know, look, I love Corey to death. I'm one of his biggest supporters. I know he was like tradition this, tradition that. Yes, you can go that way. If it was one ref, it was two refs. One ref got knocked out, the other ref came in.
Yeah.
At that time, both refs are like the refs of the match.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I cannot agree with Corey on that one.
Yeah. There was a lot of confusion. Let's just call it that around.
He did tap.
He did tap.
Okay, but he also pinned LaCour's shoulders. So
Correct. Yeah.
But there's two refs.
There is. Anyway.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're missing my point, which is that it was in debate, regardless of how you see it, for some time, and then he lost it at Super Gold, and I've lost my
train of thought. But did he really have it at Super Gold?
Oh. Anyway, the new champion. The champion got declared at Super Gold, let's call it that. So Purple Haze, but after interfering in the previous match anyway.
I will say,
truck.
yeah, I will say the way he got that match, I have to agree with what
I guess my point with this is that there's a lot of history going on there. There's a lot of contention.
Well, we didn't even talk about what happened before the whole title stuff, and that's just another whole hour.
Yeah.
You know?
So there's a lot, I think, going on before you've even got into this match in terms of, you know, points to prove, grudges to settle, all of that leading up to this match. And obviously Corey Constantine wants his title back.
So who do you have? Who do you think's going to win this? Because you got to remember, Purple Haze has Big Ramp.
I know.
And this is not, I'm going to come dance for you, Purple Haze. This is, I'm going to come cut your throat, Purple Haze. I mean, he's not playing.
No, I know.
He is, he's looked at me several times, and I'm just there to try to keep fans off of him, and it's like, why you buy me?
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, I mean,
yeah.
Another one of my little wee-wee moments, maybe. I don't know.
Can we stop talking about this, please? I'm going to bring a mopping bucket next time we do this. I sound like a broken record, but these are just such hard matches to call. Who's going to win? You are correct. They both can be unpredictable again.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Especially Corey. Corey's insane at times, but I mean, that's what helps him get through what he needs to get through.
No, 100%.
It's controlled insanity, I would say.
Controlled insanity.
If that makes any kind of sense
it does
at all.
I
mean, Corey don't make sense, so it has to make sense. I mean,
this is 100%
he's got like
accurate.
12 personalities or something.
Yeah, I don't understand him a lot of the
time. He's the amalgamation. What? How do you
amalgamation.
say? Amalgamation. Yeah, I can't never say that right.
Yeah, it's all right. I think Corey has more to prove in this match.
Oh, yes.
I think 100%. That's the factor for him. The factor for Purple Haze is big ramp. Always big ramp. You want me to put my money on the table
Put your
again?
money on the table, girl.
This is a difficult one for me.
It's easy for me.
Who are you going with?
I'm not telling you.
Tell me first.
No.
I went first last time.
I'm hosting. I make rules.
I went first last time.
All right, I'm going to tell you just straight up. I think it's Corey. I think Corey's going to win because Corey is... I don't think the shenanigans of ramp bothers him.
Yeah.
I don't think Purple Haze changing what he does bothers him. He's been in the ring with Lucha Lacora.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucha's nuts. He's
but
insane.
That match was nuts. They were both nuts in that ring.
So I think Corey's going to pull it out. I think Corey's going to become champ again.
Yeah. I have my money on Corey as well. But I don't know.
I don't agree with...
Ramps just here.
I don't agree with what Corey said, how the whole title... I don't agree with none of that, but I do think he gets the title back.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I have another upcoming interview with Corey Constantine, so let's see what he has to say about that as well.
I'm kind of curious.
Yeah?
Kinda curious.
We might get some more information about what he's going to bring to that rematch. But
it's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a good interview. Y'all need to tune into that for sure.
So we're both saying Corey.
Yes.
Another time we've agreed.
I know, it's scary.
It's the second time, I think.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
No, I like a good healthy debate.
Yeah. Now
just with Big Ramp as a possible factor again.
I don't think Big Ramp bothers Corey. I really don't.
I don't think he bothers him, but I think...
Can Big Ramp cause things?
Yes,
yeah,
that's
he can
what I
cause
mean.
it, but
yeah.
I
don't think he's going to get in his head at all. But I think he could do something to...
He'll do some distracting and stuff like that. Don't be surprised if Corey don't get his hands on the ramp. Wouldn't that be nice?
I think he'd like that.
I would like that.
I think a lot of people would like that.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Pain in my butt.
Yeah.
He's like, I've posted this picture before. Dealing with Big Ramp is like trying to cut a steak with a plastic knife.
Or even a fork.
Fork,
that's also difficult.
Exactly. That's what it's like dealing with him.
Yeah.
All right. Last match. For the Pro Wrestling Tag Team titles, we have 337 versus the Overboys.
Yeah.
This is going to be their second match.
Yes.
Both teams are from here.
The last one was the show in Columbia, Mississippi, correct, I think?
No, Tylertown.
Tylertown was it? Okay.
Tylertown. And 337 won.
Yes.
They won it. This is the thing. The Overboys have won several defenses now. they're both veterans. Now 337, they're veterans also.
Yes.
However, I think the Overboys have a little bit more time in.
Okay.
What I'm wondering is how the crowd is going to be. And
I think they're both fan favorites. That's the thing. So I don't know how that. Both hometown, both from this area.
the crowd's usually split.
Yeah. I was going to say, when I've seen both of them, the crowd is behind both of them.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
yeah.
They certainly both get a lot of support, and it's going to be even more so, I think, at this upcoming show.
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
I know who I have my money on. Though.
I'm split on this one. I really am.
Yeah.
But I do think in the Mayor's Cup, Braxton Hunter faced Jordan Jai.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I believe Jordan Jai won. Then you've had the tag match that they've already had.
Yep.
Overboys won. Each time it's been Braxton. Braxton Hunter is the constant in this. Okay. I think he knows Jordan Jai. And he might even have Jordan's number at this point of wrestling him so much. Now, Brandon has been in the tag with Braxton 337.
Yep.
I do think, and Brandon has handled himself very well against, and so is Braxton's against both of these guys. I don't know. The momentum for me is on Overboy's side.
Yeah.
I do feel that way.
Yeah. My pick in this is Overboys. Again, it's like a hard one to pick. I think they're both.
I think this
up
is
there.
even. This can go. This is definitely one that can go.
Just pipping it for me is Overboys.
Well, this is what I'm gonna do. Since you picked Overboys,
You're
I'm just gonna go ahead and pick 337.
Okay, like we did in the
yes,
other one.
Yeah, because I mean it is close.
It is close. I think all of these matches are close.
Yes, this will be either their second or third match. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but excuse me, but I'm telling you, the only reason I'm picking 337 is because you're picking Overboys.
Okay.
I could pick either or.
I mean, that's
people.
the reason
Yeah.
I picked King Rob. So that's
Exactly.
a good reason.
I mean, it's a rough one. It's a rough one. However, no matter what, it's going to be a great show. I mean, Conflict in Acadiana, August 28th, 7 p.m. at the Como Rec Center. Exactly, in Lafayette. Before that, it's going to be the Comic-Con.
Yes.
We'll be at Comic-Con. We have some stuff to give away at the Comic-Con. And so, hey, look, y'all come to Comic-Con. After that, as soon as it's over, I believe we open doors and start wrestling.
Yeah, I think Comic-Con, I think it ends at 5,
Okay.
I believe.
Well, it's close.
Yeah,
It's close
so then come down to the show.
But this is the thing.
Bell at 7.
Yeah, you don't want to miss this show. I know y'all hear me say this a lot, but this is Pro Wrestling 225's first time in Lafayette. This card. I mean, it seems like every time we have a show, the card gets better and better and better and better. And this is no different. This one is. Wow. I mean,
you've seen the amount that CJ and we've just debated about this. I mean, well, maybe this, well, maybe that. A lot of the, only a couple of times we've agreed. A lot of the time, we've picked different, winners of the matches. So I think the only way is to just come down and see it yourself, because it's going to be super exciting.
that's the bottom line. Come down, see it yourself. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yep.
Well, guys, we've been on here long enough. I'm CJ Goodspeed with Goodspeed Entertainment.
I'm Alexis Windsor with Windsor's Cot and Goodspeed Entertainment.
That's true.
I know, I'm both.
Later, guys.